Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. The Hokies looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And now the running back's got it again. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on the opening drive from their own territory. And he's not going to get there.
The running back
rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a fumble. Looks like the defense has it.
That is tough for the ball carrier here, because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, the offense catches a break here, lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Trucks through the defender. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards and keep this drive alive.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the Hokies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a deep completion. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Whoa, talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's looking to scramble. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Baylor. So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time, looked for a fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. He's past the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Hokies hustle to the line to run that hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Adams. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Hokies pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And looking to throw now on first down. And looking for a big play here. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. On the ground, it's Smith. Fights off a defender. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down.
Gain of 3. Now, 4th down.
The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. That's a design quarterback keeper. Some hard running there through a tackle. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up the first down. And the Bears come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. Now you've got another chance at points.
Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
They come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Cut quickly. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Bears looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, blinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
Bringing it out, it's Burns. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Hit as he released it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
So now at the 13-yard line, it's 2nd and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. It's a quick grab. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. This offense has been clicking so far, but they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. On first down, it's play action. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And they're able to get him down. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it deep to begin the second half. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They get the second half started with their running play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on it.
Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now. The Bears will have 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking to scramble. Throws the ball to the left after plenty of time in the pocket. Excellent protection. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Bears keep the football on the move. Oh, here comes the reverse. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Looking for the wideout. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Past the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Hokies. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we had good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. So that huge scoring play is wiped away by the penalty. Potentially a monumental call in this game. Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the Bears will come to the line to run the hurry up. Trying for a fourth down completion. Throws it to the right. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the single back takes the handoff.
You see, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And they've got him. The defense makes a big play in the last play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. Looking for points here to begin the fourth quarter. Here's a field goal attempt. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, they're going for the touchdown. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big fourth down stop. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid game, getting closer to midfield now.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And he pulls in the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. And the Bears looking to run some tempo here.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in expecting the pass and blew up the play.
After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. He hands it off from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. They can put the game away right here. It's 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal for the offense. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
Boy, incredible job here to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And the attempt is no good. And the lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Got him. He's sacked. We got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. And the quarterback dropping back. With the catch, it's Adams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The Hokies come to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played right all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into